I'm Alice Sadness and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I like to tell you a few words about my latest weekend trip to Poznań. It was just 2 days and it happened in September, and that's all because I was really busy this summer. My mom as well, so we couldn't go for holidays, but such a weekend trip, this is what we could afford now in September. So right now I like to tell you a few words about this trip, about places I went to, and it will be really short, and you can see more pictures on my Instagram, and more is coming to my blog. Just blog is called Get Inspired, and it's a part of my official website, and I will add there a few pictures, but maybe not from museums. Just I want to just tell you what I saw and what these places are about. And today I will tell you a few words about this trip, about these places, and more will appear on my blog soon. I mean, actually on the same day as this video comes out, so on Friday. So I went with my mom to Poznań this year, and it was our second time. Last time we went there last year, and it was also 2 days, and to be honest, it's possible to see a lot in just 2 days. This year it was 5 places. And to be honest, the first day, Saturday, I felt a little more tired, but Sunday was more for rest. And to be honest, on Monday I woke up and I didn't feel tired at all, but I just wanted more. So I think it was perfectly planned. So on Saturday, we went to Poznań from Warsaw, and we went there by train. It was just 3 hours, and we were really early in the Poznań. In Poznań, it was about around 10 a.m. So we went at first to this center of cryptology, something like that, Enigma, and it's all about, as I've already said, about numbers and ciphers and cryptology. So it was like a very short course of coding and cryptology, and it was very interesting to me because I really like history. So after that, the second part of this exposition is about 3 mathematicians who helped to find out what that engine Enigma was about. And I bought there 2 very interesting books about cryptology, about those mathematicians, and about the Second World War, and it's a very interesting kind of stuff for me. And if you saw my previous short story on Ritzy, then you probably already saw that I really like history in the Second World War. And when it comes to the Second World War, I started writing such a book made of short stories called Forest Tales. You can find this on Patreon, and this short story that appeared on Ritzy, it's the first taste of the sister book of Forest Tales, which will be called City Tales. And it's just such a little sneak peek what to expect some day in the future. So Okay, that's enough. That's just one place. The second place was the Museum of um, Henryk Sienkiewicz. That's the first Polish writer who got a Nobel Prize. And I got such a free book. And it was a very fascinating place because it was all about a writer, about books which he wrote, which are the most popular all around the world. And it was also about rooms that look like 19th century salons. So it was a very fascinating place, and I really felt, well welcomed there. Not only because of this book that I got, but I also got the opportunity to take pictures in such a very nice arrangement, and you can find this picture of mine on my Instagram. So that's the second place. The third place that I went to with my mom on that Saturday was the Museum of Archaeology. It's based in the Gurków Palace, and it was very interesting, and I'm very happy that I could go there. And it's every Saturday you can go there for free, so it was really nice. And you can also borrow those audio guides for free, so it was even more cool. So yeah, this is how my Saturday looked like in Poznań. And the second day, Sunday, was more for rest, so I can only mention two places I went to. The first is the Baroque church, which is called Fara Poznańska, in such an everyday kind of language. And it was a very beautiful place. I think I've never seen a Baroque church with my own eyes. And I added two pictures of this church on my Instagram. And well, the second place and the last place of this trip was the town hall. And it was just opened after some time. Last year it was still in build last year. And I remember when we went with my mom to the market square, it was one big construction site. So right now we could see a pretty nice place, and that's why I focused on the market square this year. And it's all very close. You can go everywhere kind of on foot. So yep, what this place was about, I mean, the town hall. Well, right now it's just basements, but it was fascinating. I love basements, and there was a lot of history related to Middle Ages, but there will be more expositions open in about 5 years as a trend. So yeah, I think that's all that I can tell you about this trip today. And well, I still want to see a lot of places in Poznań, but maybe next year. I mean, there's such a very nice place called Malta. It's a zoo, and such a very nice lake, and there are railway tracks, and I like to go for such a little ride one day. But also there's another place with meteor, you know what I mean, I hope so, near to Poznań, but it's probably one day trip, so I really hope to go to such more nature, related places one day. So maybe next year, who knows. So right now it's all that I can tell you about my little weekend trip, and I hope you like this video. If you want to check out pictures from my trip, you can find this on my Instagram, and more is available on my blog, on my official website, and you can find all these links in the description of this video. So I think it's all that I can tell you today. So I hope you like this video. You can like, subscribe, comment, and well, see ya later. I mean, in the next week I will remind you about my podcast, and that's all today. Bye.